So we're going to do a little short introduction to who is Dr. Carla Burns, right? And then after Dr. Carla speak, then we have a little introduction to my children and Chi Gong with other practitioners in our system. And then we have healing going on in the evenings too. So it will just really go on for 2 hours, and just wish we'll give you some fun to have some nice energy from nice people too. So who is Dr. Carla Burns? Okay, she is in USA, beautiful warm weather of Florida. She is a CEO founder of Qi app, which offers daily practice to improve Qi through diet, exercises, and frequency. She's a best-selling author of 2 books. She hosts podcasts called Claim Your Power, Bridging Science and Spirituality, and TED Talks on listening to the voice of truth to find your purpose. She's a very passionate person about quantum success principles, and she has a network marketing company too that manifests many beautiful things doing in apps, right? And then I will bring this to Dr. Carla, and then she can actually bring you her wisdom. Hi, Dr. Carla.
Hi, Master Teresa.
Hi, congratulations too. You are one of the youngest grandmom that I have met. And then it's just so awesome. So tonight I will pass the room to you, and then you can talk about, I think you're going to speak on food a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
So thank
Awesome.
you. Yes. Thank you for having me on, and welcome everyone. It's so nice to see all of you. And for those of you that are watching on Facebook, welcome to this. And thank you, Master Teresa, for putting this together, because, you know, at such a time as this, in even the world circumstance, it's so just wonderful to have people like this gathered and to be able to share all of our gifts with everyone. So tonight I did choose to speak about food because, you know, January is a time when a lot of people make New Year's resolutions of either losing weight or getting healthy. And then sometimes the number 2 one is also getting your finances right. But what you're putting in your body makes a big difference with everything. You know, you talk about Qi a lot, and everything has Qi. So including the things that we're putting in our body. Now let's start with, first of all, us as beings. We are energetic beings. And so it would make sense then that we would want to give our body the most energetic, positive energy that we can. And so when it comes to food, we often think about, you know, losing weight or diets in the wrong way. Well, I wouldn't say wrong way, but maybe not the optimal way for you to actually lose weight, but also feel your best. So, you know, I've been in weight loss and the diet industry and supplement industry for many, many years, almost 15 years now. And so I get it that, you know, a quick fix sounds good, but when it really comes to food and what you're putting in your body, there really is so much more to that. So first, understanding that we are energy beings. So you are 99.9% energy. And you know, this is all based off of quantum physics. And as Master Teresa mentioned, I'm most passionate about bridging that gap between science and spirituality, because we are also spirit beings. But as spiritual beings, we are energetic. We are energy beings. So this physical body that we have, that's either, you know, whatever weight that is, it's really irrelevant when you think about feeding your spirit body. So your spirit body, that's your energetic body, but they're also very connected. So we have actually 5 energy bodies, and the 2 that I'm focusing on tonight are directly related to what we're putting in our body in the form of foods. So it's called, there's two bodies I'm talking about. This is called the vital body, which is the energetic body, and then your physical body. So that is, you know, what you see and feel and hear and touch, the food that you can see that you're actually eating and you can taste it. That is the physical. But there's also an energetic property to every single food. And every single food has a vibration, just like you and I. So not only does your food and your water have a specific vibration, but so do bacterias, viruses, emotions, thoughts. So every single thing is coming into play when we talk about food in general, when we're eating that or when we're thinking about it. So what do I mean by that? Okay, let's imagine, I get this a lot because I love to eat sweets. Like I love cakes, I love cookies, and I have not had, thankfully, any weight issues my whole entire life. And I believe it's because I've understood the properties of how food actually works as energy. It's not, oh, this cookie has too many calories, there's too much fat, there's too much sugar. These are things that we tell ourselves that literally will create that energetic property in the cookie. So for me, if I feel like this cookie is amazing, it's doing my body good, I can eat that cookie and I will not gain weight. Now, for some of you listening, you might be thinking that's impossible. There's calories and, you know, if you eat too many calories, you're going to gain weight. Not really when you look at this from a quantum perspective. So maybe you might take that cookie and say there's too many calories. Or how many of you have actually said, every time I eat this, it goes straight to my hips? And where does it go? It goes straight to your hips. So see, because it's energy and we direct energy. So we direct energy with the way we think about it, the way we speak about it, because it's all vibration. Now I can eat a beautiful red, juicy apple and I will believe that apple is good for me. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So if I believe that, that apple is going to have a lot of benefit for me. So someone might also eat that exact same apple and believe that, well, too many apples because fruit has too much sugar and that's not good for you. If you're doing a no sugar diet, then you would believe that that apple would actually not be good for you. So there's really a lot to talk about when it comes to food as frequency. It's not just the food itself, because from a quantum and spiritual perspective, when you eat something and attach a meaning to it, it totally changes the vibration. So the vibration is what's really key. Any questions on that, Dr. Teresa? Are we taking questions or would you like me just to continue?
We can always invite people to put on a chat box if they have any question.
Right.
And then I would say people are really just looking for inspiration, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe inspire what they can actually do at this time, a stressful time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It is. And so with that, food can be very comforting. And the reason is the reason that certain foods are comforting is because they have memory attached to them. Again, it all comes back to vibration. There's memories attached to certain foods. There's smells that bring back certain memories of maybe your grandmother made your favorite soup. And when you don't feel good, you would love to eat that soup because your grandmother made it. And so it has extra healing properties to it because it has that energetic vibration of love in that soup. And so there's, you know, many different ways that we can heal with food because of the vibration, not so much the, well, this particular food is good for you, so you should eat this, or raw foods are good, or cooked foods are good. It's really the meaning that you're attaching to it and how you feel about that food that's going to make the biggest difference in your overall health. So I'm a firm believer that food is your ultimate healer. Medicine and all of that is great, but when you look at your body itself and what you're putting in it on a daily basis, the foods that you choose, specifically if they do have a high vibration. So you can make them have a high vibration by the meaning that you attach to it. If you bless your food, if you're thankful for your food, you automatically will increase the vibration. But if you look at foods that will be healing for you, is foods that have a higher vibration. So what makes a food a higher vibrating food? Mainly it's the amount of sunshine and water content. And why is that? Because those are energetic elements. So we have the sunshine, which activates what's called photosynthesis. And that's just the amount of sunshine that's literally in the food. And then we also have the soil that it's grown in. So if your food is grown in optimal soil, you're giving it good energetic minerals, and you have electrolytes in the water. And so high water content foods, and then herbs. Herbs are very high vibration because they have a high amount of what's called chlorophyll. So the greener the foods, the higher vibration. The more alive the food is, the higher the vibration. So if you're eating something that's living, the reason why it's so good for you is because it has the chi, the life force, still in it. And so when you eat that, you take on that life force. So you're eating a nice fresh picked apple off of a tree, or fresh berries that you just picked. Maybe you're growing your own food. There's nothing more healing than growing your own food, if that's possible for you. So when you are growing that food, you're caring for that food, the food is getting sunshine and water, and then you're eating it quite soon after you pick it, it still has that vital life force in it. So I think I just saw a question in the chat. Oh, I missed it.
Yes, there's one. Yes,
yes.
ketosis
Okay,
diet.
So right, the ketosis diet. So again, the word diet, the word diet, depending on how you feel about it, it can be either this diet is going to be good for me, I'm going to feel great, or this diet feels restricted. And so with the keto diet, you are restricting a lot of foods, and so there's pros and cons, just speaking completely energetically, of the keto diet. So keto diet has a lot of protein from animal sources, and animal sources tend to have very low life force because obviously they're no longer living and you're cooking them. So very low energy. And then the fats, a lot of the fats that you're eating, also not a lot of life force. Now, the exceptions are the good functional fats like coconut oil. Coconut oil is highly vibrational. Also, any of the nuts are very, nuts and seeds, they also have a high amount of vibration. But it comes to the dairy and the meat sources. And I'm not vegan either. So like I said, depends what meaning you attach. It's really, anything that's you're restricting though, that you're restricting high vibrational foods like fruits and vegetables. Fruits with high amount of water content, like watermelon, is really, really high vibrational and really good for you. Not only that, but the water content, because water is high water content foods are messengers for your cells because of what's called biophotons. And that's a whole other conversation. But the biophotons are like little messengers that tell your cells, it literally instructs your DNA. And these biophotons are cellular messengers, and you can only get them, you can't get that from an animal source. You have to get that from your fruits and vegetables, high water content foods. So, so yeah, it's, but it is, you know, again, it's always the meaning that you attach to it is what you're going to tell. You instruct your body knows what you need. And so for each person that might be different. Let me see. How come
there are a couple more questions, Dr. Carla?
Okay. How come some people crave sugar? So your body is very intelligent. So remember, you are energetic. I like to think of myself more like an energetic, it's like a computer program. So you have this blueprint that is really surrounding you. And if you've ever heard of Carillion photography, you can visually see the energetic properties and the light of these biophotons when you take a picture of living foods and when you take a picture of yourself. So you can see that your body is very intelligent. So it will let you know if you are lacking in a mineral or a vitamin. And so oftentimes when you're craving the salty, maybe you're dehydrated, maybe you just need to drink more water because you could be missing the potassium and the sodium. Sometimes when it's the sugar that you're lacking, that could be that you're actually craving also some minerals. Sometimes people crave chocolate and your brain needs more serotonin. So whenever you're craving something, it's your body's missing a nutrient. And so I tell people, you know what, if you want, I see something about chips and ice cream. If you want to eat that, then I always recommend just have a little bit, because I've done this myself. If I'm craving ice cream, I might as well just have a scoop of it, because I'm going to eat everything else in my kitchen until I satisfy that craving. I might as well have just ate the ice cream. So go ahead, just have the little bit of ice cream. And you have to realize that at the end of the day, every single thing that you eat, when it comes to calories are a measurement of energy. It's a measurement of energy. It's a kilocalorie. It's measuring the amount of heat in your body that it takes your body to break down a food. So calories are just a measurement of energy. So every single thing that you eat is going to convert to energy. So if you can think of food that way, that I'm going to eat this and it's going to give me X amount of energy, no matter what it is, if it's an apple or it's a cookie, you are still going to get an amount of what's called ATP, that's energy. So what kind of energy do you want? So strictly talking just energy and calories, it is a calories in, calories out. But if you want the extra benefits of life force energy, if you want extra chi, if you want higher vibration, then you need to choose foods that also have that. And those are those fruits and vegetables, herbs, plants, even flower essence.
So actually eating is just an intelligence, really. I think people can be encouraged to eat better. And then when we listen to someone, I would say as intelligent as you, so it inspires us to do a little bit more, right? Unfortunately, we need to be reminded, although we know we don't want to do something. Paula is saying, Paula put a message on, you mentioned different energetic bodies. And
I see. Yeah, there's five energetic bodies that we speak of, and that's the physical body. So we have our flesh, and then we have the vital body. And the vital body is that energetic blueprint but then we also have the subconscious, the supermental, and the bliss body. So these are just different names. Some people call them different things, but they're just maybe think of them more like layers. They're layers of energy. Mm-hmm.
Wow. How about if there's a couple food for men that is important to them, what would it be?
Oh, so for men, specifically men often have challenges or requests for prostate health, increasing testosterone. And so, I mean, really men and women, it is the same, but I think of it more as like a feminine and a masculine. So yin and yang. So there's yang foods, which increase your energy. And then there's yin foods, which help to it's more calming. And so if you were looking for more yang, which gives you more energy, that would be spicy foods. And I think that's the question that you're asking.
Yeah. And then for the ladies?
For the ladies, so, I love to eat oatmeal. So oatmeal is very calming and soothing, and it's good fiber, keeps you full for a long time. But I also love berries, which have high vitamin C and converts to collagen. So that's really good for women. But any type of seeds and nuts, they're great for both men and women. Walnuts are great for your brain. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Then let's check the chat box if anyone has something to ask. Okay.
Superfood. Someone's asking me about superfoods. So superfoods are those foods that are highly energetic. So there's a couple that come to mind that are, I actually have a course that I teach that is called Frequency for Health. It's actually just about to be launched. And I have a chart of foods going from highest frequency to the lowest frequency. And at the very top of the chart are things like goji berries. And my favorite is dark chocolate. So dark chocolate is really, really good for you. So dark chocolate and goji berries, and any type of food that has chlorophyll. So high, even just chlorophyll shots is really, really highly energetic. Yeah, we mentioned how you attach a meaning. Yeah, anything you attach a meaning to sends a signal to the DNA. Yeah. And then it's an instruction for your body, because we come in contact with things. We eat different foods every day. We have different thoughts, different feelings. But with each of those, that meaning that gets attached, that's what starts to create the reality.
Before we let you go, maybe just meditate for a second. Is there anything the people here should know?
I think when it comes specifically to food for healing, because we're talking about healing tonight, you can use food to heal, because all food is good for you, but certain foods do have a vibration that helps fight against different viruses and bacteria, because things that challenge us, even low frequency emotions, you can change that vibration with food. So I want you to think about which foods can I eat on a daily basis and really enjoy that food, and have faith that food is your friend. So food is healing for your body. It can be. And the old saying, you are what you eat. You literally are what you eat. So you're taking that on.
Okay, so thank you for coming here. I'll remove you from the spotlight. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. So some of you have heard about me talking about my children all the time. They are my powerhouse, right?
Hi, I'm Rebecca. Welcome, and thanks for having me. I'm just popping by today to say hello and to support my mom with her work, and just saying hello. In my work, I am not in the healing industry, but in the healing space, but I work with people a lot, and I plan events and I plan weddings and celebrations.
That's right. And she was just on TV.
Yes, I'll be on City Line on February 1st, talking about Chinese New Year celebrations, decor, traditions, and I do some pieces with City Line and Breakfast Television every now and then.
Yeah, when she was younger, she was actually also taking care of the younger two. And it's also a project, right? Running home when the mom's busy teaching and doing all the work. Jacqueline.
Yeah, so hi everyone. I know many of you are familiar faces here. Welcome to to the wider Chi Gong community, and it's I really appreciate Master Teresa, Master Mom, kind of really creating a
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa, right? Very fitting actually, and she extends this very welcoming heart to all of you in her practice, and that Chi really touches all of us. And happy to be here. I'm also teaching the drop-ins on Wednesday night and Sunday morning. So hopefully I'll continue to see you guys there. And I think later on, I'm doing a brief introduction on how Qi Gong is able to cultivate something called interoceptive bodily awareness, something that many of you already know what it is, but we're just putting a terminology to describe it. If you're ever talking to people outside this healing space, they don't know what you're doing, it's just one way to kind of connect that to Western science.
Thank you. Daniel?
Yeah, hi everyone, I'm Daniel. So I retired from athletics basically when COVID started. I did 400-meter hurdle at a pretty high level. I sustained a lot of injuries in my career, and that kind of led me to massage therapy. And so I got my license this past December. So just very, very recently. I'm starting out my practice, and I have a few locations downtown, and I'm also doing a little bit of mobile massage as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
I always feel lucky. I have lucky children. So just show you a couple photographs. So this is when we first started Qigong in the garden, right? Do you know who is Master Teresa here? Hey, this is me. Okay, and this is Jacqueline. This is actually Daniel. And where's Rebecca here? Rebecca probably may be here. Okay, and then this is Rebecca, Kung Fu. Okay, oh, this is the first gathering of Qigong. This Master Wu, myself doing Tai Chi. Don't comment on how I look, but this is what it is, right? Also, we do seminars too in different here. This is the basement. We do basement in my home. Okay. Okay, and this is Master Wu. Okay, so Daniel, Rebecca, Jacqueline. Okay, this is my brother, Master Wu, myself. You see how I look? Okay, so this is 1995. Jacqueline showing not elementary school, grade 1, Tai Chi. She leads Tai Chi in the school. This is my mom's idea. So anyway, this is in fact very special. It's the first photo of myself and Master Wu, 1995. I just went to the camera store and bought him a small camera, and then we took a photo. And I would not know that my life will be changed from that one day. And if you learn from me and get some results, so this is the person that has come to Canada and brought the good news of Qigong over. And I Rebecca, Kung Fu leader. Oh, that's my Tai Chi poster, 1996, you see? Oh, Kung Fu children. So this is the office at Yeung Street at the time. Children doing Qi Gong. Oh, this is my office. Okay. So Qi Gong is really a beautiful journey. It is a part of my children being raised up as a single mother. So Qi Gong is the bread and butter, actually rice and butter, I mean, rice, butter, soup, congee. Anyways, so we did Qi Gong all our life with the kids together. So they are all really master of Qi Gong because they basically took all the Qi Gong classes Master Wu gave all the years. All the years they took every class. They're all master really of Qi Gong because they practice 3 hours on Sunday, every Sunday, 10 years. Anyways, that's the fun thing of having children doing Qi Gong. They look okay, right? Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Rebecca. So I'll remove you from the spotlight. Before you go, you have anything more to say, Rebecca? Okay, Daniel? Good. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So, so Jacqueline, you're supposed to lead us with some Qi Gong. So Jacqueline, here you go.
Well, hello, everyone. Before I do the practice, I want us to have a little bit of an experience of before and after. So maybe just for the next 10 minutes, let me do a really brief share and of my screen. And I think it's important to share about this, just so we have some language around Qigong. So the first things first is we are really teaching from a paradigm of East meets West. You know, I also work in a healthcare institution in Toronto, one of the largest, the world's best pediatric hospital for sick children. And I'm also part of one of the best Qigong schools internationally, Pureland Chi Gong. So I really think it's important to acknowledge how Eastern practices look at the body as a garden, right? I think Dr. Carla also talked about frequency and energy. That's part of the idea of energy in that sense. And then in the West, you know, the body is looked at as a machine. So, but both of these things come hand in hand. So first things first is we can start with some baseline exploratory questions. So I think of Qigong as really a mind-body exercise. It's a way of an embodied being, embodying, you know, energy. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later on in the next 9 minutes or so. But baseline here is, how do you usually cope with discomfort or stress? So I think, you know, I think Dr. Carla mentioned this too, is sometimes we distract ourselves with food, right? Do you often power through sensations of discomfort? Do you ignore discomfort by pushing it away and trying to focus on something else? And then secondly, what is your relationship to your awareness of your body? How often do you take the time to get information from your body about your emotional state? For example, when I'm upset, I actually take the time to explore how my body feels. In that sense, what is your relationship to your body? So I ask these questions because this actually comes from a concept called the multidimensional assessment of interoceptive bodily awareness. You'll actually hear this term being talked around in some of the mind-body fields. And this is a validated measure, a standardized measure essentially that, so I'm just going to minimize part of my speaker video. There you go. So essentially the scale is, there are a few aspects to the scale that we can think about when we think about body, mind, listening. So for example, there's aspects of noticing. When I am tense, I notice where the tension is located in my body. Or how about non-distracting? Do you ignore physical discomfort or tension until they become too severe? Not worrying. Are you often, for example, I start to worry that something is wrong if I feel any discomfort? Attention regulation. Do you pay attention? Can you pay attention to your breath without being distracted by things happening around you? For example, being centered amongst the chaos. Emotional awareness. I notice how my body changes when I'm angry. Or likewise, noticing how your body changes when you feel happy, and just kind of acknowledging those signals in the body. You have self-awareness, using your breath and the body and the movement to reduce tension. Feeling a sense that you're in charge of how your body feels. Body listening. When I'm upset, I take the time to explore how my body feels, and trusting. Very importantly, feeling at home in your body. So, I understand that for some people, body listening can provoke a sense of anxiety, like somehow you've learned to distrust the signals that your body is giving you. But with mindfulness-based practices, and particularly with Qi Gong, because as you know, Qi Gong uses the breath, it uses imagery, it uses movement. We're able to look at these body sensations and these things that are coming up in a very gentle, curious, mindful way, not in a judgmental way. And also because we are teaching it in this very gentle way, you're kind of guided through those aspects of discomfort, through those aspects of things that are coming up. Okay, so I'm trying to fit a lot of information into a couple minutes, but essentially this is something good to kind of think about, is interoceptive awareness. So, and now I want to actually lead us through a brief practice. And then again, we can think of these couple questions here. So some exploratory questions are things like, are you better able to actually notice where you are uncomfortable or comfortable in your body? Or were you able to notice changes in breathing? Were you able to pay attention to your breath or your inner bodily sensations? Were you able to return back to your body, or going back to sensing your body when you notice your mind kind of wandering? So these are kind of skills to stay grounded in our body, to stay centered amongst the chaos of things happening around us, right? So let's not go too far into your presentation here, and let's do a brief practice. Okay. So a typical drop-in is about, we do a full practice of 45 minutes, 15-minute check-in. So as we begin, we're going to do part of our movements from our chair Qigong. Okay, from office Qigong through Pureland Qigong. And what we're going to do first, okay, I'm actually going to invite us to do a little bit of a difference here with standing, okay? And what we're going to do first before we begin do sitting or standing, hands by the side, back straight but relaxed. And as we begin, I'm actually going to ask us to just kind of shake things out a little bit. So as you shake things out, you can shake things out, one side to the other side. If you're ever holding any stress in the body, it's a good way to just kind of fling it out just a little bit, okay? And shake your arms, your hands, your neck, any tight parts in the body. Excellent. And as we begin now, feeling your feet rooted to the earth. Feel nervous because my sister is here. Okay, so we're gonna have our feet rooted to the earth, back straight but relaxed, arms by the side. Breathing in and out of the nose. Just gonna spend a couple minutes. And just like a gentle breeze going through the forest, you can allow the body a gentle sway, or if you're seated, just allowing any tension just to be blown away into the wind. We're gently now just going to shift the weight to the right. Shift the weight back to the center and to the left. Back to the center and the right. Practicing our balance. And going back to the center. And now very gently, we're just going to shift our weight gently to the right. If you're seated, you can just make sure your legs are at right angle. Your feet to the floor, legs and arms uncrossed. If you're standing, we're just going to lift out one foot, bring it to the shoulders, shoulder width apart. And we're gently going to just raise up the arms and the shoulders, bending the elbows, bending the wrists, and bending the knees. And we're just going to breathe out and just gently lowering the arms. We breathe in, just gently bring them up. And breathe out. Some have called this Tai Chi pouring, just being aware of the joints and ligaments in the arms, the elbows. And breathing out. To imagine the gentle rising and falling of a wave of an ocean. Couple more times. Now we're gently just going to bring the arms palm facing palm. So we're going to capture that cloud in the hands, and we're just gently just feel the chi here in the hands. We're not going to do the full practice. You can just turn that little cloud in the hands. And again, just okay. And lastly here. So oftentimes when we do our actual practice, we hold the chi, we cultivate the chi in the hands. This way we start to feel this interesting sensation in the hands. But I'm aware of time, so I'm just going to have us gently just open up the arms and bring this beautiful healing cloud back to the abdomen. Just breathing in and out. Just straighten up the legs and just bring them back together. And we're gently just going to circle the arms and the tummy to the left. Left circle is getting bigger. Over the organs, over the chest. Stopping at the pelvis. Opposite circle, big, getting smaller. Just breathing in and out and relax the body. Again, just relax the body, breathing in and out. Relax the body. Okay, and lastly here, I'm just gonna rub the hands together. Okay. And we're just gonna put it over the face. Just like a healing water, just over the face and the head. And hands down, opening up the arms. Again, bringing it back to the abdomen. Breathing in and out. And relax the body. Hands down, open eyes. And this is our little fun Kung Fu greeting.
So, hey, so I'm Mother Teresa again. Okay. So Jacqueline, thank you for doing this. It's a pleasure to have young energy to share Qi Gong. I'm sure Master will be so pleased. That little girl following him, you know, from 6, right? It's actually teaching people